beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and join the beauty family. So today, beauties, we are reviewing the new Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder. So if you'd like to see my thoughts on whether or not it is worth it, if you should snatch it, keep watching. Alrighty, beauties, we are back with another review. So full disclaimer, there's some construction going on, so y'all might hear a little noise. My apologies in advance, but honey, we have to get this review out, baby. We can't waste any time. So I'm going to be reviewing the new Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake and Snatch Pressed Brightening and Setting Powder. So I picked up the shade Blondie. Y'all already know I have this actual loose powder in Blondie. I just figured I would just get the same shade. So yes, this is, so you're supposed to gently press powder under eyes and anywhere you are looking for a brightened, lifted effect. Blend immediately for a seamless finish. Dust across the face to set makeup. Now this is more brightening, so it's not gonna go all over the face, so I'm really just gonna focus it under my under eye. So let's get into some facts about this new pressed powder. Alrighty, so this is a pressed powder formula. It has hyaluronic acid, a natural finish, fragrance free, because I know, like, you know, the girls like to tussle about the fragrance, but you know I love a good fragrance. Medium coverage and cruelty free. So this is a creamy, hydrating, non-comedogenic pressed powder designed for targeted brightening, lifting, and setting for medium coverage and a natural finish. So some of the ingredients are hyaluronic acid, hydrating for smooth, non-drying texture, and avocado derivative, which controls shine. So let's get started with this product, honey. So I already finished my foundation and concealer off camera. So this is the packaging. Cute. It kind of reminds me of the Tantor packaging from Huda Beauty. So this is the back. It just has like the name on it. Let's see. And this is what Blondie looks like in a pressed formula. Stunning. Alrighty, so being that this powder is a baking powder, so I'm going to go in and set the under eye. So I'm going with the Huda Beauty's Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in Kunafa, or Kunafa, however you pronounce it. So I'm just going to add a light layer of this first. Blondie is a little bit lighter, so I just want to go in and set this under eye because I don't feel like it's a setting powder. It's a bake and snatch, but not a setting powder. So I would prefer to use something loose first, like how I usually use my pressed powders to set my under eye. Now that we are zoomed in, I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and just go in and set this concealer. So I went in with the Huda Beauty concealer. I figured we might as well go on brand. So just a light amount of this powder just to set. Now being that this is a loose setting powder, I can place this where I would like. Being that that's a pressed powder, not necessarily. So that's why I'm just going ahead and setting this like I usually would. So this looks flawless. So now let's go in with the bake and snatch. I'm just gonna go ahead and swirl my puff in this. So this is just me adding some of that product. So I'm just going in with the puff and I'm just going ahead and adding a little bit under the under eye. I'm just giving this a little bit of brightness. You know, beauties, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's looking really glowy and I am not a fan. And I went in with just a little bit also. I'm just trying to keep it here. Let me go in with my foundation, powder foundation brush. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this. I feel like it looks on the glowy side. I don't know if it's just this shade, because I feel like if I got a deeper shade, it would be a little bit different. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this. Not really feeling it as of right now. I definitely feel like this is going to highlight any texture that you have. I don't have texture under my under eye, but I really do not like how it is looking. I'm so disappointed. I feel like maybe I just need to get like a deeper shade because the loose powder just does it for me. So I don't know. So let me finish up the rest of my face off camera and then I'll be back with my final thoughts. Alrighty, beauties, so we are back. I finished the rest of my face off camera. I'm not really feeling like I like this. I don't know. I really feel like there's shimmer in here, and I double checked some of the ingredients, and because it did not say that there was shimmer, honey. It did not say it was, you know, it was illuminating, but it does say that there's mica on the back, on the packaging. Is mica in the product. It also does list it online. So that's the reason for the shimmer that I'm seeing, that glow look. But I'm not really sure if I'm a fan of this shade. I think the idea was great. She executed it. But as far as like the shade, I'm not really sure because I don't feel like this looks like the Blondie that I use in the loose setting powder. And the reason for me using the Kunafa is just to see how it would look on top of it. So yeah, not really a fan. And I only use a little bit, so yeah, it just is not working for me personally. But beauties, definitely let me know your thoughts down below. So this powder does retail for $38, which I would say is a little bit of a higher price point as far as the pressed powder goes. Let me double check to see how much the NARS powder was. Okay, so the NARS Advanced Perfecting Powder does retail for $36, so it's not that far. But honey, that powder snatches, okay? So what I will say about this powder is it does not give me any flawlessness or blurring properties, which is something that I really look for in a pressed powder. So that NARS powder that I use under my under eye, chef's kiss, baby, that it leaves me looking smooth, okay, smooth and flawless. This powder does not. So I feel like that was definitely the miss with this. Yeah, it has the hydrating properties in it, but where's the flawlessness, baby? Because we know Huda always gives us full coverage, but I want full coverage and I want flawless. So those are my thoughts on the powder. Am I keeping it? I'm not really sure. Maybe I can just go down a shade, but to be honest, it's really not giving me what I'm looking for, so I'm probably going to return it. As I said, the NARS pressed powder gives flawless, okay? So that's how I know, like, that gives exactly, like, I love setting my under eye with that powder. Also, the Urban Decay setting powder eats. Like, those are my two. And the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless, oh my god, like, those three powders are amazing to set the under eye, to set any loose powder. This does not fall into the category of those. Like I said, the execution, okay, Huda, like, yes, I definitely like the execution, but like I said, I want flawless, I want airbrush, and it's just not giving that. So for that reason, she's probably gonna go back to the store, okay? So I'm probably gonna exchange it with something else that I really want. So yes, beauties, but definitely let me know your thoughts down below on the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch setting powder. Again, I picked up the shade Blondie. I will swatch it for you guys once again. This is what it is looking like. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm not feeling it. So yes, beauties, thank you so much for tuning into this review. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below on whether or not you like this, if you've picked it up, if you plan on picking it up in a deeper shade. So yes, beauties, let me know down below. I will tag all the information and details for you as well. But as always, beauties, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in my next one. Thanks for watching.